So, sorry for the really, really long delay. I needed that as just a break from my depression. I really did. I very, very much did, as it was getting worse and worse. But I feel so lucky, and I'm so grateful that I don't know how I did this. I recovered on my own. Yes, I told someone about it, but overall, it's not like I got to anyone, really. I just really coped with it by listening to music, and I still do cope with it by listening to music. It has been working so far. I do plan on making a few more videos before the holidays, and after the holidays, I'll be in a relative's house, so I won't really be making any more videos until January. Yeah, I think January. So January, I'll make some videos then, but overall, I'll try to crank out like 3 videos now. Like, I'm gonna make an airship assault tier list. Actually, let's do an airship assault tier list right now on all the ground vehicles. First, the Brant 3-ton transport truck. It's like a B tier on its own, though the reason why I don't count it as C tier is that it's very good to just put a ton of stuff on. You can easily make it very armored by just putting on a ton of sandbags and then putting on 1, maybe 2 HMGs in a tent, and you have a mobile fortress. You can just move around. Now, you could also do this with the Etline tank, but it's cooler with the Brant transport truck. Then, the Brant anti-air 3-ton truck. I don't think I need to say more about this. D tier, the only thing that actually elevates it is that it's very good against infantry. But that is it. First, it's more expensive. It's actually cheaper to just put an HMG or just have a ton of people in the normal transport truck just mowing down infantry, and then also use that HMG to slaughter, and I mean slaughter, aircraft. Now, aircraft, they really only have 2 ways of destroying you. First, using rockets. With rockets, they're pointed right at direct you. You can easily use your HMG to destroy them. Now, yes, the AA gun does this better, though you can also put sandbags to make sure that the rockets don't fully destroy your truck. Same for bombs, as there's a chance they just might miss with both, but especially with bombs, as bombs are hard to aim. So yeah, D tier. Then, Etline tank. A tier. It's a good tank. It's the fastest tank in the game, to be precise. There's only 3 tanks, though, so, well, yeah. And still, even though it goes on the infantry, still in 3rd gear. But it's not like this thing is gonna get stuck. Like, I do have some issues with the Sansu tank, that sometimes if you don't remove the floats when getting back on, it may... But you need those floats to be able to get back on so that you don't explode in the waters. But the floats really can cause some issues on land. Also, it restricts. But anyway, the Etline tank, it is sad that the driver doesn't have a machine gun, but it still works, because the coaxial machine gun along with the 37mm gun is still very good. Also, now, the Etline tank 20mm variant. Also, D tier. It's armored, but that's all that's going for it. It's not good. So, now, Glazers of the 20mm go, well, you see, it can go fast. First, it can't go faster, but then second, well, it's really good against infantry. Well, first, that's why we have the machine gun on it, and also, the 37mm gun on the Etline has AoE damage. And why need a 20mm autocannon when you can just use your machine gun? you're losing so much and you're not really gaining anything in return that it's a lot better to just not get it. Now, it would have been better if it was cheaper. Like, that would actually be an incentive to use it. But for some reason, it's not cheaper. What is the logic behind that? And it's not even like it's better against aircraft, because it still doesn't have that traversability of an AA gun. Then, Habu Medium Tank is exclusive to Red Demura, which immediately brings it down, because it can only be used on one map. And even then, it'll still only be able to be used by Red Demura on other maps that have Red Demura on them. But the Habu Medium Tank, I'm considering putting it in S tier. I'll put it in high A tier. It's very good as it can shoot 2 targets at once, and the reason why I think that having the machine gun not have as much traversability is it makes up for it, because it's still able to shoot 2 targets at once. Though it's more of a trade-off because you're not able to freely rotate that machine gun everywhere, but it still makes up for it also because the Habu Medium Tank, yes, it goes slower and is slightly bigger, but first, the Atline Tank is still pretty tall, and it's very easy to just go, enemy spotted, fire! But your heavier armor will do better than a Atline tank. It also costs the same amount as an Atline tank, and then its flamethrower variant is done right. Now, the anti-personnel variant, which is the 20mm autocannon of the Atline tank, was done wrong. But it is worth that 16 extra points for that flamethrower. Because, you see, the flamethrower, it's not just like it spews out some flames. No, it leaves the flames there burning on the ground. So this can easily cut off spots. Like, that, yes, you can shoot it targets that one with normal variant, but the flamethrower variant will shred through lines in Fortress. And, oh, I don't have enough money to get these. Well, good thing for you, they spawn. Yes, they spawn free multiple times. Then, what's the other ground vehicle? Oh, yes, the motorbike. Motorbike, C tier. It's fast, and it is fun going. Okay, I'm just gonna hop in this sidecar right now. But still, it's still very bad on the terrain of Isle, and it's really only good on Zemai and only in, like, the center of Zemai. Anywhere else in Zemai, on, like, the outskirts of the main capture points, it sucks. And even then, I mean, at least it's cheap. That's a good thing about it. It's cheap, and it's fast. Then, the Valkyrie half-track. I don't remember the exact names of all these things, okay? The Valkyrie half-track, a literal upgrade to the German, the normal Valkyrie one, is just an improved version over Gremlin's. Gremlin gets dual HMGs, which I guess works, but I much prefer a 20mm autocannon over a simple machine gun for anti-infantry purposes. And it's not like on the Atline tank where I still have my main 37mm gun, which makes up for it. And also the machine gun has full traversability. Well, first it has I think it has full traversability, but then also the Valkyrie improved 20mm is amazing. It's spectacular. And in Gremlin has to pay more to get the 20mm. Wow, Gremlin, come on. You have the Snubnose revolver, a better version of the revolver, unlike the Iron Brand revolver, which sucked. Please, Gremlin, don't lose. Well, wait. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm a Valkyrie citizen. For Kaiser's, we shall invade Greenland and destroy all their factories and cities. So, ignoring that break because I accidentally freed him from the basement, but now that I've contained him in the basement through special means, such as perfect. Well, that's loaded. Good. So, please ignore that banging. Don't worry, he won't blast through. But anyway, so the Valkyrie half track, also the transport version is still good. It's just a better version of the brand. Though it only has one issue, that you can only spawn it on the rock, but it's still just a better version. And it gets a solid. So the Valkyrie one gets the Valkyrie transport one gets a tier, then the Valkyrie supply one gets S tier. I'm sorry, but it's just so satisfying seeing all of them all the little soldiers going through your mind, and then being launched into the air, and then you come down playing as a pilot, and then basically be the Red Baron. Well, I need to get color schemes. I need to buy that Game Pass for my plane so I can be the Red Baron. But anyway, still, and then also there's like another version. I don't remember exactly what it is. It's like a tier also. Then Gremlin gets a high. The default one gets a high yeah, it's a low A tier, but then it gets the supply one A tier, and then the other whatever one is low S tier. What else is there? Oh yes, the Sansu. The Sansu is the most versatile tank in the game. You get a total, my god, 2 machine guns. And no, that's not enough for you. It can go in water with its floats on. Yeah, you can't, well, please put on the floats, but, well, well, you can also put people on those floats. The floats still have a collision hitbox, so that means people can stand on those floats, and also build stuff on those floats. And just like all the other tanks, they can build stuff on your tank. I'm getting some evil eye. I'm gonna do this with a few friends in a private server. We're just gonna get some points. We're just gonna do a command to get us all some points, or do some other ways to get us all points. But once we have enough points, we're going to turn a Sansu with floats on into just like a giant duck boat. Like, we'll put on some HMG. I mean, the guns on it already do well enough, but we're just gonna put in a ton of HMGs and sandbags, sandbags that you can also stand on, and also sandbag walls. And then we're also gonna make all sorts of stuff like a diner, and just an overall, ship. It's gonna be really cool. But, so, the Sansu is able to get a spot at S tier. Then, I don't think I missed out on anything. I think I got everything. The next tier list is gonna be on air vehicles. Yeah, I think I might have to release him.